Before we begin, viewers' discretion is strongly advised. The following is only for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is the verbatim federal room testimony of the Sean Diddy Combs trial as reported by the city press. So Kid Cudi just walked into a courtroom and basically lit Diddy's entire defense on fire. And Diddy, he couldn't handle it. We're talking about the footage of burning cars, secret affair of Cassie, Diddy jumping on Kid Cudi, and a courtroom fight that might have just sealed Diddy's fate. The internet has been losing its mind over what went down yesterday, and honestly, they should be. Because what Cudi revealed isn't just that hearsay, it's evidence. And now Diddy's looking at RICO charges that could put him away for life. Let's start with the car clip. Because when someone torches your Porsche with a literal Molotov cocktail, you tend to remember every detail. So Cudi's on the stand, and he drops this bomb. New footage had surfaced, showing Diddy himself involved in setting his car on fire. Not hearsay, but actual evidence. And just to make sure nobody thought he was lying, TMZ dropped photos of the scorched vehicle the same day. We're talking about a Porsche that was basically turned into charcoal, burnt through, blackened, gutted from the inside out. Cudi wasn't buying Diddy's denials for a second. He looked that jury straight in the eye and said he fully believed Diddy knew exactly what happened to his car. This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a message, and it scared the hell out of him. Now listen to how this went down. Cudi wasn't even home when it happened. He was chilling at his ex-girlfriend's sister's place, about 45 minutes away from his house, probably thinking he was having a normal night. Then his dog's babysitter calls him in a panic. She's the one who saw the flames first. The Porsche, just sitting in his driveway, had suddenly caught fire. This woman didn't know what to do. She just knew it was bad. Now, whoever did this knew exactly where Cudi lived, what car he drove, and when he wouldn't be home. That's not random violence. That's targeted intimidation. When Cudi got those photos from the babysitter, he knew immediately it was Diddy. He saw the burn marks. He saw the hole torn through the car. The driver's seat was completely scorched. Later, he identified the damage as being caused by a Molotov cocktail, a literal firebomb. The car was a total loss, but for Cudi, it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about survival. Someone was out to get him. And deep down, he already knew exactly who that someone was. But why would Diddy want to hurt Kid Cudi? Well, the answer involves a love triangle that nearly got someone killed. So fast forward to 2023, and Cassie drops her lawsuit that changes everything. Out of all the shocking claims in that filing, one stood out like a flashing red light. Cassie said Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car out of pure jealousy. Why? Because she and Cudi were secretly hooking up at the time. But when Cudi took the stand, he had his own version of events. And it didn't paint Cassie as the innocent victim she claimed to be. Cudi told the court that back in 2011, when things started heating up between them, Cassie straight up lied about her situation. She told him she was single, that she and Diddy were done. But in reality, she was still seeing Diddy behind the scenes. Cudi first met Cassie back in 2008, but things changed in 2011. And get this, Diddy himself actually pushed for a song collaboration between Cudi and Cassie. Talk about irony. During that collaboration, Cassie opened up to him more. She told him Diddy was abusive. She said she wanted to move on from that relationship. But here's what's interesting. While she talked about abuse, Cassie never mentioned anything about those disturbing freak-offs she later claimed Diddy forced her into, at least not to Cudi. So from his perspective, it looked like she was trying to leave a toxic partner. He had no idea about the full extent of what was really going on. Then Cudi started seeing Cassie's double life. One day, Cassie called him in a panic. She said Diddy found out about them. Cudi was confused as hell. He thought Diddy was out of the picture, but clearly he wasn't. During his testimony, Cudi admitted he came to realize Cassie had been playing both sides. On one hand, she was telling him Diddy was her abusive ex. On the other hand, she was still dating him. Cudi wouldn't have gotten involved if he'd known the truth. But when Cudi found out his Porsche had been torched, his first reaction was pure shock. He filed a police report immediately, claiming it wasn't an accident. Later, his manager set up a meeting with Diddy at the Soho house. Cudi described Diddy as looking like a Marvel supervillain during their sit-down. They discussed the whole Cassie situation. Diddy offered him water twice, which, knowing what we know now about Diddy and drinks, is pretty sus. Cudi asked Diddy dire. Kid Cudi's testimony didn't just rattle the courtroom. It might have helped the government start connecting dots for a racketeering charge. Former bodyguard Gene Deal said Cudi's detailed account painted a clear picture that Diddy wasn't acting alone. If the car explosion was real, if threats were made, if people were showing up at Cudi's home, then someone had to carry out those orders. That's the whole idea behind racketeering. You don't do the dirty work yourself, you have others do it for you. And Cudi's story seemed to confirm exactly that.
He had people that worked for him to do his dirty deed.
And the jury, they were watching everything. From the moment Cudi started talking, jurors reportedly took him seriously. Even body language experts said Cudi came off as sincere, consistent, and calm. He wasn't trying to sell a story, he was just laying it out as it happened. No hesitation, just facts.
Kid Cudi did a great job. You could tell the jury was entertained by Kid Cudi, bro.
For a trial like this, that kind of composure matters, especially when the defense is trying to argue that these events are exaggerated, years old, or misremembered. Cudi's steady delivery worked in his favor, and for prosecutors, it was a major win.
They believed him. They believed him.
Then came the moment that might have sealed Diddy's fate. While Cudi was still on the stand, Diddy suddenly stopped his lawyer from asking more questions. Now, for context, after a witness finishes testifying, the defense usually gets a chance to cross-examine them. This is their shot to clean up anything damaging the witness might have said. But Diddy, he didn't let it happen.
The lawyer got ready to do the redirect to go at Kid Cudi. Puff told him no, and the jury saw that, bro. The jury saw that. Puff's like, nah, don't ask him no more questions.
Gene Deal said this move could backfire massively because it made Diddy look rattled. It looked like he was afraid of what might come out if the conversation kept going. Or maybe he was worried about losing his freedom. Either way, shutting it down like that doesn't exactly scream confidence to a jury.
I can't believe that he stopped his lawyers, bro. He stopped his lawyers for doing a redirect on Kid Cudi.
It also left Cudi's testimony unchallenged in some areas, giving the prosecution more weight to their version of events. And in a case where the smallest details can tip the scales, that decision might have cost Diddy big.
I think that's going to be one of the things that bury him, to make them believe that he directed everybody to do the things that happened.
Once Cudi was off the stand and out of the courtroom, he took a moment to speak directly to his fans. He posted a message on Instagram thanking his supporters for standing by him. After years of silence, years of letting people guess what really went down, Cudi finally told his side. And the way he carried himself added even more credibility to his story.
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me. And yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love. Go stream Neverland.
Whether the jury noticed that composure or not remains to be seen. But for now, Cudi had finally found his voice and used it where it mattered most. But Cudi's testimony was just the beginning, because Diddy's own ex-assistant was about to drop bombs that would make the car story look tame. Capricorn Clark, Diddy's ex-assistant, takes the witness stand. She met Diddy in 2002 and worked for him for years. She knew the schedule, the people, the secrets. But she wasn't just close to Diddy. She was also Cassie's creative director and manager during some of the most chaotic years of her life. She testified that she saw the beginning stages of Cassie and Kid Cudi's relationship. At one point, Cassie wanted Cudi to come on a hike with her, but Capricorn was already uncomfortable. She had a gut feeling something was off. She even helped Cassie buy a burner phone, while Cassie was secretly dating Cudi behind Diddy's back. That phone wasn't just for privacy, it was for survival. They were trying to keep things hidden because they knew how dangerous it could get if Diddy found out. And then the threats started. According to Capricorn, Diddy kidnapped her, literally forced her into a car, with a gun in his hand. He was furious. He told her he wanted to kill Kid Cudi and beat up Cassie. That wasn't just heat-of-the-moment anger. Capricorn says he was dead serious, and she was terrified. Capricorn was in the passenger seat, scared and helpless. They drove to Kid Cudi's house. When they got there, Capricorn was told to stay in the car. She didn't know what Diddy was about to do, but she knew it wasn't good. She called Cassie, trying to warn her. Meanwhile, according to Capricorn, Cudi himself called Cassie and said, "This man's in my house." What happened next sounds like something out of a horror movie. Diddy went inside Kid Cudi's house, unwrapped his Christmas gifts, and assaulted his dog before locking the animal in the bathroom. And Diddy's fury didn't cool off there. Once he found out about the burner phone Cassie was using to talk to Cudi, he snapped again. Capricorn says he was livid. That kind of betrayal was enough to set him off completely. Diddy's message to Cassie was crystal clear. Tell Kid Cudi not to involve the police. And that line says everything you need to know. Because if you're innocent, if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you be worried about police getting involved? But at that moment, Diddy wasn't trying to clear his name. He was trying to keep everything quiet. Capricorn's testimony changed the entire energy in that courtroom. She wasn't just backing up Cudi's story. She was adding, "So what do you think? Is Kid Cudi brave for speaking out? Or should he have kept quiet like Kanye suggested? Did Diddy's courtroom meltdown just seal his fate? Or can his legal team still turn this around?" And if you want to stay updated on this trial as it develops, make sure you're subscribed, because this story is far from over. I'll see you next time when we dive into whatever wild twist this case throws at us next.